Hey guys, Johnny Kim Minecraft here to do another tutorial video on Unity. This one was about animation, how to do it. Now, to preface this video, this tutorial, I have to state that I'm a little bit under the weather today. I don't have the most energy, but I'm gonna damn well try to do this video. And I could do this on another day, but I have the motivation to do this right here, right now, so I'm gonna power through it and do it. Now, let's look at Unity right here. This is a blank Unity project, just freshly made. Now, let's start off by making a 2D object sprite. Sprite is like a graphic that you can manipulate on screen. So we'll call this a coin. You'll see why in a second. Now, right now we have nothing in this project, so we're gonna make a folder. We're going to call this folder Images. And inside this folder, we're going to create another folder called Animations. This will all come clear out later. Don't worry, guys. So, first off, you're going to want to go to wherever you started this project. And you're going to want to... Let's find it here. It is right here. This is where mine is kept. And I need to bring over... Let's copy and paste this sprite sheet. So this is the animation I'm going to be working with. This is a sprite sheet if you don't know. Sprite sheets are just multiple different parts in the animation process. And this is multiple thing. This may have a little bit of watermark, but who cares? Who cares about that? So now we got our animation in. And it should load up here. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's store this in another folder inside the images folder called Sprite. When you're doing these type of things, you want to be organized. So, here we have our Sprite. Now, right now we have one big giant Sprite. One single big giant Sprite. We're going to want to go to Sprite mode and turn it to multiple, because we're going to want to split this sprite sheet up into multiple different parts of the sprite. You'll see here in a second how that is done. So let's go to the sprite editor, press apply, because import the settings, and right now we have this whole thing. Now in some sprite sheets you can go up and click on slice and automatic slice, but on this one it does not quite work that well. It doesn't even work at all. So another thing you can do is do it by size. So say that's fine, 200 by 200. Let's just start off with that. You know, it'll slice up multiple parts. It'll create multiple individual sprites in those locations. However, 200 isn't that great. So I'm gonna take some of these out, and I'm gonna do them by hand. This is a more tedious way to do it, but you know, for best results. So what you want to do is just drag and drop, and you just want to form this box around the sprite itself, just until it's quite perfect. So 120, 120. That's perfect. So now I want to do that again with a bunch of different sprites. Oh, forgot to mention this before I do this. I'm only going to be taking individual different parts of this sprite sheet as well. That's another reason why I want to do it kind of by hand. Because the way I want my coin to spin around is to first start here, then to do this one image, then this image, then this image. Make it full half circle. And then on the back I want there to be no dollar signs. So we're gonna go jump down here, 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 and then go here, 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 here to cover up the backside. And then after that, I want to come back here, here, then to the start. It'll make further sense later. Right now, let's just do it. Let me skip a little bit. Let me skip a little bit to just do all this manual labor. So it's just drag and drop, proportionate right to the specific sprite. Alright guys, we have done it. We are back. as you can see, I have filled out each and every little sprite that I want with its own little box. And I'm going to hit apply. Now what this will do is it's going to convert all of these into individual sprites. Right here, as you can see. As you can see, it painted each different animation at a different point. That's what we want. So, now, what we can do is we can move this and have a physical representation. Just of this first sprite animation. Doesn't do anything right now, but that's fine. So, let's start with the animating process. So, we're gonna highlight all of these. Now, to do this, you're gonna want to control left click on all of these. Right click, create animation. We'll call this coin rotation, I guess. And we're gonna put this in the animation folder just to give everything good. Alright, and we also need to add component. What do we need? What was it called? What is it called? Miscellaneous animator, I believe. Let's get the animator going. Alright, we also need an animation controller is what we need. And let's just call this coin anim. This is for coin animation. Very simple. And let's open it up. And as you can see, we start off with 3 boxes. And we'll learn about them here in a second. And what we want to do is actually we're gonna open up coin rotation. Let's focus on getting this working. So we open up coin animation, we do this, and as you can see we have a bunch of different points. Now I need to move these. You can see you can move them in different areas, and so I'm gonna rotate them so I have them where I want them real fast. So let's see, this is the first few animation frames. Then I want this, move this one over here, one over here, this, and I need to create a go. One sec, where is it? Come on. Here we go. Gotta click up there. Create a new thing. Copy, paste, and then boop, boop. Oh, I have to do it again one last time. Create a new frame. Copy, paste. There we go. So this is how the animation I kind of want to go. And we'll just leave it at that for now. So what we want to do is we're going to take our animation and we're going to drag it in. And as you can see, a little brown line was made to encompass the starting thing. So what this brown thing is, and it's pointing from entry. Entry is where the animation starts. And so when the animation starts, it starts at entry, and we want it to go to rotation. And if we want it to exit, we have to connect this to exit. And to do that, we have to make a transition and click there. And now we can exit. And now, for the first part we want to do though, is, one sec, is to, let's make a parameter. And to preface this, let's create 2 parameters. Let's call the first one state, and let's call the first, oops, I always mess that up. We create an integer. An integer is just any number, guys, and we'll call it state. We'll create another one, call it a bool, called animation on. We'll keep that off for now. And let's create another animation. This time with only this one. Create animation. Let's just call it coin idle. Bring it to the animation thing. And you don't have to do much for animation wise. And let's actually, let's delete that so this becomes the main thing. Then let's add coin rotation in. Make a transition to there. And make a transition there. We have a little nice box going on. And what you can do is you can declare a condition. So this condition takes the parameters we made over here and over here, and so and we can mess with them a little bit. So let's have it. And what these conditions do is that once they're met, they can travel to the next step. So like the animation starts, and it'll start on the idle animation, and if the state is equal to, let's start it with 1, it'll go to coin rotation. And let's make another condition from coin rotation to exit for animation on as false. That's when it turns off. And that means this will have to start as true. Marking it means it is true, unmarked means it's false. And yeah, we're very far into this and we haven't even done any coding, but that part is coming real soon. So right now we just have this basic animation square. It's nothing special right now. We'll get to it right soon. So let's start a script. Let's call this animation coin. It doesn't really matter what it's called. And I need to make a new folder called scripts, because that's what this is. This is where the coding part comes in. Don't freeze on me. Don't freeze on me. So we're going to do some kind of simple coding. So bear with me here. Gonna wait for it to open. Alright, there you go. So let's start off by putting a thing called an animator. Animator, if I can spell correctly. Call it coin rotation. What this is it's calling the animator that we just made. So when this script, it's going to be attached to the coin object. Alright? And the animator should be attached to the coin object as well. So what this script is going to do is going to look for that animator and get its information, guys. So that's good. And let's start off by trying to find it. So we're gonna go coin rotation equals get component animator. This is to find object. And so once it finds the object, we're gonna want it to make it so it's so that the animation plays. So let's public void, and for this I'm gonna use mouse down like that. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I did. And what this means is whenever the sprite is clicked, you can it will call whatever is in this function. Now let's do coin rotation. Coin rotation integer Why did it do that? Set integer state. This is the parameter that we made earlier. And change it to 1. This changes the parameter state to 1 in the coin rotation animator. And also, we're going to want to change the coin, if I can spell, rotation dot set bool to, what was that? What did I call that? Animation. What did I call that? That's a good question. Oops, clicked on the wrong thing. Animation on. That's what I called it. Animation on. And it's on true, so we'll set it to false. Right? Is that how it works? No. I'm doing this backwards, guys. Sorry about that. I keep clicking. Alright, so I want it off. I want it to start off. And I want this also to have another parameter. Let's also make this animation on. If it's true, it starts. That's why if it's false. So we'll start this off on false, like that. This goes, if it's true, it'll start the rotation. If it's false, then it'll stay on idle animation for now. Sorry guys. Sorry if this is a little confusing. And so we're gonna turn this to true. And let's build the solution and see what happens. Maybe I screwed this up. The game is down here for some reason. Everything is slow. Don't worry, guys. Don't be scared. Oh, it was loading, being weird. That's the game. Let's play it. And nothing happens. That's great. That is amazing. You know that something good is happening when nothing happens at all. State equals 1. Oh! I know what's wrong, guys. I forgot to add collision to this object, to this sprite. So let's do that real fast. Go to Physics, 2D, Box Collider, and that's it, I believe. The Box Collider automatically detects. Since my object is a square, it'll automatically go around it. So now, theoretically, let's try it again. Still doesn't work. Alright, let's debug this real fast, guys. Promise me we'll make it through this. We'll debug.log. Is this working? Build. And see if it clicks. No. Since it's not saying anything, then that means it's not calling that. Alright. Give me a second, guys. I messed something up. Oh! One sec. First off, I also made an error. I forgot to bring the controller into the animator. Sorry, guys. I feel like I'm rushing this. So that was problem number 1, so it wouldn't start. Second is, so I have a script. Let's read through my script again. Mouse down. Once mouse is clicked, it does this. Right? Let's see. Maybe if it works this time, something magical will happen. Why? I am okay. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. I am an idiot. It's not mouse down, it's on mouse down. So little things like that. Yes, I figured that just that little thing. I'm just like looking over everything. See, there we go. As you can see, it does say, is this working? That's the work of my debug log. And as you can see, when I clicked it once, it did the animation, but it won't do it again. It just kind of stops. So we're gonna fix that up here real fast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep track of we'll call it that. This will keep track of which part is going on for a coin rotation, like where the animation on. Now there probably is an easier way to do this of actually getting the parameter, but I don't know how to do that, so I'm just gonna stick to doing it the long dumb way instead of finding a short easier way, because that is a good strategy in life. So let's make an if statement. Coin in a mon equals equals. You have to do double equals for if statements, and we'll go false. And we're gonna put this in here. I'm gonna take out this log because my thing is working now. See, that's a good strategy, is if you don't know where your problem is, it's good to place a debug log at certain places so you can slowly detect where the problem is. Now we're gonna make this an if-else statement. And we're just gonna copy this and then set it to the opposite. So 0 and false. What we also want to do is we're gonna want to coin in and on equals true, else it equals else it equals false. That's how you do it. Build solution. Let's start the game. Okay. As you can see, now it plays, and we can click again to have it play again. It's pretty cool, guys. So that was the video on how to do animations in Unity. Just a simple way. So now we have it so that once you click it once, it does one spin, and that's pretty cool and all. But where was it? I think it was here. Yeah. So one little thing that I forgot to do earlier is that I want to check this box because this makes it go on forever. So that's kind of what I want. I don't want it to go on forever for rotation. So click, and it goes on. The animation just keeps going on forever until you click. Now the problem with this is that it has to finish its rotation before when you click on it for it to stop. But that's a little cool animation thing. Now you could adjust this in many different ways, make it look cooler. So that's what this animation looks like. Now on the game I'm working on, let's open up this thing. Save it, sure. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. This is my other thing, and we're just gonna look at my character. And this is the wheel I have for my character right now, just for moving. It looks kind of complex, but it really isn't. This is basically just how I, want my character to move in different things. Anyways, I'm not going to explain this all right now, but it can look pretty complex. Stuff I had. Anyways, see you guys next time.